y'all doing? My name is Orlando Frazier. I'm his Linnell little brother. And, like my sister said, like, we just grateful that, what I'm saying, he did get charged. But like she said, it's still a long road ahead. Like, they took my mentor away from me. Like, my brother was the rock of this family. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's like it's hard every day, not waking up to his smile, him being laughing, joking. Like, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And yes, like, we just want the conviction now. Like, we love what's going on right now. Like, we appreciate the love and support, but now we just want the conviction.
Thanks, Orlando. Thank you, Cheryl. We'll open it up for any questions you might have, but again, we're not going to talk in detail about facts of the case.
This is a question for Orlando or Cheryl. If you could talk about today, a lot of family watching this. What was that moment like? I know it was brief. What was that moment like to see him face the judge?
Um, it was exciting, but it was hard at the same time because we had to face someone that took a loved one from us. So it was very hard, but it was exciting at the same time that we're, somehow, getting some type of justice until he get convicted, because that's what we're really waiting for is a conviction.
And one of the things I want to add, I know, Cheryl's used the word exciting. If you think about these situations, it's very rare that an officer is ever charged and held accountable for their reckless and criminal conduct in high-speed chases. And so, for this family to look and see that there is actually the possibility for real justice for the criminal justice system in this case, it is very surprising and shocking for the family. And, it's something that certainly shouldn't be lost sight of. I will say, as someone who has done civil rights work in Minneapolis for over a decade, I would tell families like the Fraziers, don't expect criminal charges. Don't ever expect that kind of relief from this city, because we didn't see it for a really long time. So we certainly shouldn't take those things for granted and their impact and the importance to the family of what those types of charges mean.
If the family believes that the Minneapolis police's change in its pursuit policy will protect people in the future, or if the police pursuit policy needs to be stricter than it is right now?
So I'm going to answer that, and that's something that'll obviously be addressed at a later time after the criminal proceedings have moved on.
I know the family had indicated a possible interest in civil litigation in the city. Where's that stand right now today?
That takes a back seat to the importance of this criminal prosecution. It is a very, very important criminal prosecution, not just for Minneapolis, but across the country. We have an example of the criminal justice system actually holding an officer accountable, and we're going to take a step back and watch that happen, because justice for Linnell is by far the most important thing for this family. Civil justice is another aspect of it, but it's not for today. It's not until after the criminal case is resolved.
How does the family feel about Cummings being charged via summons instead of detention and being detained for a day and with bail and bond?
I'm going to jump in just because it's a very technical legal question. I think that, for a lot of my clients, it's always disappointing, especially if they have family members or themselves have been there before, where they're forced to spend time initially in jail, significant time, until they can see a judge. So I think it's always somewhat jarring, but certainly, again, it takes a backseat to how important and happy they are that this charge was brought altogether.
Orlando, Cheryl, can you guys talk a little bit more about your brother, what you miss most about him? Maybe you share a favorite memory of him?
Um, I miss him more coming over every morning. He used to come over every morning playing his loud music where I have to go outside and tell him to cut it down. People is still asleep, but he was always happy and wanted to listen to music. He liked to rap, you know what I'm saying? He liked to write raps, and he liked to hang out with us. We used to cook dinner together almost every Sunday. I'm going to mix him because, Thanksgiving coming up, and we always was in the kitchen together. He was always a great help with me You know, he always sometimes thought that he can cook better than me, but he can't. So I'm going to miss all of that. We are going to miss him a lot. We miss him right now. You know, we don't have much family here in Minnesota. We came up here as just 7 of us, my mom, my dad, and us 5 kids. So we don't have really too much cousins, aunties, or nothing up here that we could lean on. It was just always us. We was always close together. So it's very hard to not see him no more.
I'm gonna miss all the talks me and my brother had. Like, that's why I just said once before, like, that he was my mentor. Like, I can't have the type of talks that I have had with my brother with anybody else. Like, because like he was the only person that understood me. Like, I miss going out with my brother. You know, like I miss just sitting around the house. We just all laughing, joking, just having fun. You know, like we a strong family, and we gonna continue on being a strong family because that's what he want us to be. So I just miss my brother so much. Like, may him rest in heaven, and we all gonna be there one day. I'll be up there.
And Orlando, that's Lanil on your shirt, is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you show us close to that? Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming out today. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you respecting the family and waiting till this afternoon to reach out to them to attend here. Thank you all.